Hola, hola amigos, ¿cómo están? Hola chamos, hola chamas. Today is another class with Mr. Rios, Español con Mr. Rios. And what I have today is just to continue learning how to conjugate the verb to go in Spanish, el verbo ir en español. Here we go, vámonos. Alright, yesterday we started to learn how to conjugate the verb to go in Spanish. That means the verb ir. The verb ir in Spanish, which means to go in English, okay? And we're gonna continue exercising this verb today with this. Let me go to this grammar chart, the one we had yesterday, and we said that those ones that we have here on your left, they are the singular forms of the verb ir in Spanish. And we said we're gonna use it to express where someone is going at a given moment, where people are going, where you are going at a given moment, right? And this is the way we're gonna use this. Yo voy, tú vas, usted, él o ella va for the singular pronouns. But if yo with someone else are going to a place, then we're gonna say nosotros vamos. You and someone else, that would be vosotros vais or ustedes van. Or if él, ella and someone else, we're gonna say ellos van. Ellos van. Remember that these are irregular forms of the verb and you need to learn them by heart. Please go ahead and study these conjugations so you can continue with the rest of the exercises. If you do not memorize these things, it's gonna be impossible for you to continue doing the exercises that I'm gonna propose you to do today. So some examples. Again, I'm gonna use the same vocab that we had yesterday, but now I'm gonna apply those words with this verb. I have here prepared the set of flashcards we started yesterday, and I'm gonna use it today with this verb to go. I used it yesterday with the verb start because you didn't know how to conjugate the verb to go yet. But now that we have a previous knowledge about the verb to go, then we can use these flashcards with the right conjugations of ir in this case. Remember, we have two ways of asking related to location, and this is donde and a donde. The difference is this. I'm gonna show you here in my board the difference between one and the other. We said yesterday that we are going to use donde one sec. Now I don't find that. We said that we are going to use donde sometimes, and some others we're gonna use adonde. And this is the difference. We're gonna use donde to ask about the specific location of a place. Okay? Or the specific location where you are at a given moment. However, if what you need to know is where someone is going, we're gonna use adonde. And this is to ask about where someone is going. At a given moment. For example, I'm gonna ask you with the first one, ¿Dónde está el gimnasio? ¿Dónde está el gimnasio? ¿Dónde está el baño? In those two questions, in those two examples, I'm using donde to ask about the specific location of the gym in the first one, or in the specific location of the restroom in the second one. But if I want to ask is where are you going, or where someone is going, I'm going to use the second one. ¿A dónde vas tú? The person should say, voy al baño, voy al baño, voy al gimnasio. Or, ¿a dónde va Antonio? The question or the answer to this question would be, Antonio va a la librería. Antonio va al pasillo, por ejemplo. So, and that was the second one. We're using a donde to ask about where someone is going at a given moment. And having explained this, let's go back to the examples that I have prepared here with the flashcards here. Okay, let me
¿A dónde?
show you the pronunciation.
¿A dónde? ¿Dónde?
¿A dónde vas tú? ¿Dónde está la biblioteca?
¿A dónde? ¿A dónde?
Alright, let's
¿Dónde?
use this place with one of the pronouns. Yo voy al pasillo. Notice that I didn't say el, because yesterday we also said clear that when you have a el, we're gonna make the contraction, and this letter E is gonna be eliminated to form instead the word el, al. El becomes al when the noun coming next, or the place coming next, it's a masculine noun. And in this case, I'm gonna say yo voy al pasillo.
El pasillo.
Yo voy al pasillo. Next. Carmen va a la oficina del director. Carmen va a la oficina del director. In the previous one, I said yo, and that's why I use voy. But in this case, I'm speaking about Carmen, and that's why I said ella va. Ella va a la oficina del director. Ella va a
la oficina del director.
Good.
La oficina de la directora.
Tú vas al gimnasio. Tú vas al gimnasio. Tú vas al
el gimnasio.
Tú vas al
el gimnasio.
Next one. A ver, nosotros vamos a la cafetería.
La cafetería.
Nosotros vamos a la cafetería.
La cafetería.
Good. Next one. Vosotros vais
la biblioteca.
A la biblioteca.
La biblioteca.
Vosotros vais a la biblioteca.
La biblioteca.
And the last one. Ellos van al
el baño.
Ellos van al
el baño.
Bien, ellos van al baño. Here we have the examples to express where people are going with the different places that we have at school. El baño, la biblioteca, la cafetería, el gimnasio, la oficina del director, el pasillo. And we apply that knowledge with this grammar chart that we learned yesterday. Having reviewed this information, I just need you to go ahead and continue working with these exercises. Let's do this first exercise today here, and then you go ahead and do the exercises that you are going to be posted in our Google Classroom. First exercise for this grammar chart. I'm gonna do it with you, and then you go ahead and continue working with the workbook sheet that I'm gonna post for you to turn in today. This is a grammar chart. You are gonna find it on page 120, and the exercise is this. Let's see. Complete the conversation using forms of ir. This is a verb that we've been studying lately. Claudia y Pablo hablan en la escuela. Completa la conversación con formas de ir. And I'm going to read the full sentence for you so you have a general idea of the situation and you start thinking about the possible answers for this. Let's start. Tengo mucha tarea en la clase de inglés. Tengo mucha tarea en la clase de inglés. Let me clarify that this exercise is for you to develop reading and writing skills in Spanish, okay? Again, developing reading and writing skills in Spanish with this exercise. Claudia y Pablo hablan en la escuela. We are going to complete the conversation with the different forms of the verb ir in español, okay? El verbo to go. The verb to go or the verb ir en español. Tengo mucha tarea en la clase de inglés. Yo a la biblioteca. If my pronoun is yo, then this verb that I have here, according to my grammar chart, according to my grammar chart, let me find it right here. So I have it here. If my pronoun is yo, then I need to use this first conjugation that I have here. Yo voy a la biblioteca. And I'm gonna start giving you the answers in here. Number one, as you already saw there, it's going to be yo voy a la biblioteca. And then you have tú y yo. If you replace tú y yo with a pronoun, that's gonna become nosotros. And that means that for the second one, if I go back to the grammar chart, I have that nosotros, you and I. Remember, someone else and I, that becomes nosotros. And in this case, nosotros has vamos as the correct form of the verb to go. So when you have here tú y yo, would be vamos. That is my correct conjugation in this case. Let's see what happens in number 3. No, yo no a la biblioteca hoy. Again, my pronoun in this sentence is yo. That means that I need to repeat the same one I used in number 1. Yo voy a la biblioteca hoy. And then Claudia answered and said, no. Tú a la biblioteca, which means no. That's my pronoun again. Tú. I'm gonna go back to the grammar chart and find what is the conjugation for the pronoun tú, and I have it here. Tú vas. That's the one I need to use for the conjugation of number 4. No. Actually, there is not a comma here. So actually this is no vas tú a la biblioteca, and that's the best intonation. No vas tú a la biblioteca. Tienes que hacer la tarea. Sí, pero necesito comprar pizza y un refresco. Mis amigos y yo, again, this is me and someone else. So, first of all, that's plural. But me and someone else, if I go to the grammar chart, me and someone else becomes nosotros. And that means I need to use this form that I have here. Number 5, according to my grammar chart, would be vamos. Nosotros, mis amigos y yo vamos a la cafetería. Again, mis amigos y yo can be replaced by the pronoun nosotros, and that's why I picked the nosotros form in number 5. Number 6, después yo, again yo, and we already have studied the yo form in number 1, and then we repeated that in number 3. Number 1, number 3, and that means that number 6 is gonna be the same one. Después yo voy al gimnasio y ellos, oh, what is the conjugation of the verb ir if my pronoun is ellos? So I need to go to the grammar chart and check it out. Ellos needs this form that you have here. Ellos van. And let me type it here. If the pronoun is ellos, as you have it in number 7, then I need to use the correct form, van. Then, Carlos al gimnasio. Carlos al gimnasio. If I need to replace Carlos by the pronoun, that would be he, or in Spanish, él. And here I have the correct conjugation for the el form. That is gonna be va. Right. Carlos va él al gimnasio. Va Carlos al gimnasio. And then number 9. No, él a la biblioteca. In this case, Pablo already changed Carlos, the noun Carlos, into a pronoun, and he said él. And that means that my conjugation is going to be the same one, because the pronoun is it's él, which is the same one as in the previous one. Then Claudia. Ay, Pablo, tú también necesitas ir. Tú y Carlos, that is you and someone else. Tú y Carlos. If it's you and someone else, that would be ustedes. Ustedes van. Ustedes van. Number 10, that is tú y Carlos becomes ustedes, and my conjugation is van. Correct? I'm gonna leave it right here, and I want you go ahead and type here in the description box of this video the right answer for the conjugation for nosotros. Okay, so go ahead. I'm gonna leave it right here, and what you're going to do right now is to type here in the description box of this video the correct conjugation of the verb to go if the pronoun is nosotros. I'm gonna know that you watched this video and you were paying attention if you type the correct answer for number 11 here in the description box. And after that, go to the Google Classroom post and complete the independent practice that you have for today. That's all that I have here. Hasta luego. Nos vemos. Chao amigos. Adiós, adiós. Chao chamas. Chao chavos. Adiós.